Hey, welcome everybody. So glad you have joined us. Today I want to talk about 5 things that I would not live without in my leisure travel van, and this goes for any RV. These are things that I really think that everybody should get, things, that's going to really enhance your RVing. So now then, if this is your first time here, or if you have not subscribed yet, I would invite you to do so. We're always talking about leisure travel vans, gear, gadgets, travel, RVs, and everything in between. So thanks for joining us today. Also, if you think about it, give us a thumbs up. All of those interactions really help other people discover this channel and learn about leisure travel vans and RVs and all kinds of things. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Excited you are here. But now let's get into those 5 things that I would not live without in my RV. All right, now I am not at some RV park right now. I'm actually standing in my neighborhood, and that leads me to the first thing that I want to talk about, which I couldn't live without, and that is an RV soft start. Now, why is it so important about standing in my neighborhood and wanting that? Well, with an RV soft start, this is a little electrical device that you put in your air conditioner that allows your RV to run the air conditioner off of a 20 amp plug at your home, so that you don't really have to install a 30 amp service into your house. That's very expensive. This RV soft start, they're pretty inexpensive. I think they're around $300. And so it was the very first thing I did. Now then, not only can I run my air conditioner just with a household plug anywhere that you can find electricity, whether it be your house or whether it be you're out and about, if you're mooch docking, something like that, but also it allows me to run my lithium batteries off of my air conditioner. Now I've got a pretty good lithium setup, and if you want to learn about that, I'll put that link here. We're going to talk about lithium here in a few moments as well, but the RV soft start is imperative to be able to run your air conditioner without having a 30 amp or a 50 amp service. So it's very important, especially down here in Texas, that if you need to plug that air conditioner in and you're not at an RV park, that you can do so. Now then, that's also why I made my lithium batteries be able to control my air conditioner. And so that soft start is an imperative component in that. So RV soft start, that is the very first upgrade that I ever made, and really highly encourage you to do the same thing. Okay, the second thing that I would not live without in my RV is lithium batteries. We just talked about it with the RV soft start. Now then, running your air conditioner off of lithium, that's a whole nother animal than just putting lithium into your RV. I do suggest using lithium no matter whether you plan to do that or not, simply because it just basically doubles your power bank immediately. So a lot of people don't know that. So say the leisure travel van here, they ship standard with AGM batteries. That's glass mat batteries, and they're no maintenance, so they're pretty easy. However, it is not safe to discharge those batteries below 50%. So that means your leisure travel van with AGMs comes with 2 100 amp hour batteries. So do you get 200 amp hours of power? No, you get 100. So it's basically like you have one battery just being a brick in your RV. And so these things are small. We want to maximize the power that we can put in. Now that's why I went with my Lithionics 315 amp hour battery. So leisure travel van gives you a pretty small space to put your batteries. Now it fits 2 traditional size batteries, but it also fits the 315 amp hour Lithionics. Now then, with my 315 amp hours, I am able to run that air conditioning for several hours. I am able to power my coach almost indefinitely with my solar, especially, and obviously with the generator that helps charge it up as well. But the lithium gives you basically all of your battery. No more worrying about if you're going to run out in the middle of the night. A lot of people may use CPAP machines and they're boondocking, mooch docking, something like that, and they don't have power. Well, guess what? You could run out of battery pretty easily with just your basic batteries that come from the RV. Now then, Lithionics, let's talk about that for a second. Again, that 315 amp hour battery in the size of 2 100 amp hour batteries is huge. So now, can you upgrade to, say, what the Leisure Travel Van offers with, with their lithium upgrade? Yes. So that's two 100 amp hour batteries. So it gives you 200 amp hours of lithium. Now then, it fits basically right in that same space that the Lithionics does. However, with the Lithionics 315, I'm getting another battery plus 15 amp hours, right? So it's like I have 3 plus regular size lithium batteries in the space meant for 2. I'm getting 315 amp hours. Most people are just getting 200 amp hours. And that, to me, that is a huge win. And again, if you want to learn about my lithium setup, how I run my air conditioner, all of those good things, how I upgraded my inverter, all of that. Now, you don't have to upgrade your inverter, but if you want to run your air conditioner, you do. And all of that information is right there. But lithium is the number 2 thing that I would not want to live without in my leisure travel van. All right, that brings us to number 3. Now, these RVs, no matter whether you have a leisure travel van, no matter what you have, is that front windshield is going to magnify the heat coming into your coach in the summertime by 100-fold. I mean, it gets so hot in there if we do not cover it up. So we get the weather. We have the WeatherTech sun visor. Now it covers up the big front windshield as well as the side windows. They're custom fit for the Mercedes Sprinter, and I believe WeatherTech probably makes them for just about all of the Sprinters and the Ford Transits or your Dodge Ram ProMaster. I would not, I mean, we're in Texas, and I just absolutely would not live without these things. Now then, where else heat comes in is through the skylight. So I've got 2 skylights in the leisure travel van, one in the shower, and then of course one in the main living area. And so we actually shot a heat gun, one of those laser thermometers up there in July, and it was 150 degrees at the top of that skylight in the shower. I mean, that is just going to make your air conditioner work so hard in order to keep your RV cool. So then I searched and searched. I found one thing on Amazon didn't really fit, and so we decided, well, we might as well just make some and offer them to everybody. So we have the Pagosa Supply Co. Insulated covers for your skylights, custom fit for leisure travel vans. But I think that those skylights are pretty universal in a lot of RVs, so they should fit in most RVs. Obviously, we'll have the dimensions there so you can check for yours. But for sure, leisure travel vans, absolutely. We've even made them for the triangular skylight in the Murphy bed model of the leisure travel van. It's a really odd shape, but we did be able to engineer that and fit it, and it works perfect. So I have the production model, so I was actually covered this summer. Man, and it really cuts down on the heat. Really highly suggest making sure that you cut off all the heat sources during the middle of the summer so that your air conditioner can run even more efficiently. So that is the number 3 things that I wouldn't live without, is blocking that heat. Okay, if you've been on this channel before, you know how much I have loathed the fact that my leisure travel van, the Unity on the Mercedes-Benz chassis, does not have a tire pressure monitoring system. Drives me insane. So anyway, now you can get some aftermarket stuff. I actually have tire minders. I just haven't installed them yet because you do have to make some modifications to your valve stems, get a Borg system. I have not done that yet, so what do I do? I just, I check them manually right now. But it gets back to this. The one thing that you want to make sure that you carry with you, and I would not leave home without, is my Viair air compressor. Because the last thing you want to do is have a blowout in your RV. It's probably the most dangerous thing that can happen to you in an RV, even one this size. Now, if you're in a big Class A and you get a front tire blowout, you see all of the time. I mean, it causes some terrible, terrible accidents. But even with something that weighs 11,000 pounds like my leisure travel van, if you get a blowout, you definitely are not going to have a good day. So I keep my Viair handy. Every morning I wake up and we're traveling, I always check my tire pressure. In fact, yesterday we were in Oklahoma and the temperatures got pretty cold. I went out and I checked my tire pressure, and they're about 15 pounds under the recommended of 61, right? And so, because it was really warm, it was like in the 70s, and then overnight it got down into the 30s, and so I had to travel. So I just I just got my Viair out and I just aired my tires up. So underinflated tires are terribly, terribly dangerous. So make sure that you have some sort of an air compressor with you, because you don't want to go searching for air anyway, right? Just have everything. That's what I love about RVing. Everything is right with me. And so my Viair air compressor is one of those things that I would not leave home without. All right, let's talk internet. As we know, internet is so important in today's world. We do everything on it. I mean, we do our navigation by it. We check out to see where the RV parks are. We see if those RV parks are any good. We watch television, we watch movies, we stream, we do all sorts of things. So internet is extremely important to most RVers. To some, I mean, I really envy those that it's not important to, that really go off grid and just throw their phones away and everything. However, most of us are not like that. So how do we get internet on the road? Well, I do it two ways. Well, of course, we have our cell phones, and those are AT&T plans. Now, AT&T works pretty good in most places. Now, where it does not work great is where we go a lot, and that is Pagosa Springs, Colorado. In that area, southern Colorado, AT&T is not always great where we go, but Verizon really works really well. And so we also have a Epic off-grid router with an unlimited, totally unlimited Verizon plan that we pay a monthly fee for. So with this setup, it doesn't matter if I'm in a Verizon area or I'm in an AT&T area, I always have internet. So internet, to us, it's really, really important. Like I said, navigation, finding everything you need, and watching movies and all of those different things, and even uploading to YouTube like I do. All of those things are very important to have good internet when it comes to RVing. Now then, there are several other things. You don't have to get quite the setup I have, but I do like my Epic off-grid with my unlimited Verizon. It's one of the cheapest monthly fees that I have found. But there are several companies like Nomad Internet, then even AT&T, Verizon, all of those guys will sell you a hotspot, but they're going to be limited more than likely. To find truly unlimited is a little difficult, and Epic Off-Grid does give me a truly unlimited, and so that's why I chose them. I think Nomad Internet also has a truly unlimited plan. However, they are a lot more expensive than Epic Off-Grid. So just warn you about that. But anyway, so unlimited internet is one of the things that I would not want to RV without. Okay, so that is the top 5 things that I would not want to live without in my leisure travel van. Now, if you want to see everything that we carry, everything from wet bay essentials, electrical, all of the electrical needs, everything that we have in our kitchen, everything from the coffee maker that fits a small RV, all of those good things, I'm proud to announce that we are now Amazon influencers, and Amazon has given Pagosa Adventures very own page on Amazon, where I have curated everything that we have tried and now absolutely recommend for the leisure travel van. You can get the Viair, everything on there. Now, it doesn't cost you an extra cent if you purchase off of there, but we do get a small commission if you do, and I do appreciate that as well. Gives me a little bit of incentive to keep making these videos anyway. But I want to thank you for joining me, and if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. Also a thumbs up if you think about it, and do appreciate that. But we will see you next time.